Good morning, chickadees. I'm going to show you how to do this bow. It's a really nice one for a birthday or a celebration, and it looks really, really difficult, and it's not at all. So I'm excited to show you this because I think you'll also enjoy it. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to make these cones. If you see them here, that's the cone and that's the cone shaded. So if you can make that shape, you can make this fantastic bow, and you can even make it better or change colors or do what you want with it. So I'm going to show you how to do that. If you are nervous at all, just practice making these shapes, these cone shapes, before you get started. But honestly, you can do this. I know you can do this. Okay, I'm going to start with a black pencil, but if you have a regular pencil or anything like that, that will work. I'm just starting with black so you can actually see what I do, because that sometimes is an issue. So what we want to do is start off with a shape that reminds me a lot like a marshmallow. So it's like a backward C. We're going to do it again. Now it's not like a, like a C is for cookie C. It's a little, like C light. And then we're going to connect this way, and we're going to connect that way. And then I'm actually going to connect right here also, because that center part is, it's a bow. Actually, I would say this. I didn't realize, I always think of the bow as a bow, but it's really, it's a star shape. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to do left side, right side, because it's symmetrical. So we're going to start out, I'm going to start these out with kind of sticks, and the sticks are going to go like that. Okay, so I have one stick this way, I'm going to make another stick this way, always doing that same cone shape that I talked about in the beginning. And then the last one is here. Like that. So I have 3 cone shapes. Alright, and then you're just going to close it up with a U or a C, whatever you want to think that is, that's up to you. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, so it's symmetrical, right? So again, I'm going to do these sticks that come out together. Right, and then I can make some of them underneath or over, that's okay. So it's just, it's, I don't know, what are we going to say these are? There's something, and then we're going to do this again, this way. Are they totally symmetrical? No, but neither are the bows that you put on stuff anyway, so we're good. And we're going to close this up again with a curve, and then curve. I am going to fix that a little, I don't like that. Alright, here we go. So now we have like a weird, it looks like a, I don't know, like a toy or something right now, right? Okay, so well, now we have to keep going. We do have to keep going. So we're going to make them again. So I'm going to do a big one down here. Close it up, which means I'm doing another one over here. I'm going to overlap. I'm going to get rid of some of those lines before I really get shading. So I have 2 big ones right there. And then I'm going to make a bunch of small ones in between. Now the small ones in between, I would actually make these into just letter V's, because ultimately we're making a star. And then I'm going to do 2 here, this side, same thing this side, and if you forget something, nobody will know. Alright, isn't that, like, to me that kind of just looks like a cool drawing on its own, but now we're going to make it into a bow. Like a colored bow. Okay, so the first thing I do is actually, I'm going to work with my black. If you have black, that's great. If you don't, if you can do, you can actually do this with crayon really nicely, or you can do a black colored pencil. If you don't have a black colored pencil or a black crayon, just do it in pencil. So the first thing I want to do is actually start the shading. Now I'm going to, when I shade, I'm going to also make this side a little curvy too. So I'm going to do this side curvy. And of course, like, if you're going slower than me, pause the video. There's nothing wrong with pausing it. So I'm curving this way and that way. So I'm this way. I'm going to curve out this way and fill in there nice and dark. Don't be scared of the darks. They make stuff pop so nicely. Alright, and then we're going to do another curve this way. I'm going to let that kind of meet up. Curve this way. And then get that really dark in there. The darks are what's going to make it look shiny at the end. So don't be scared of them. I'm going to come whoosh this way. I'm going to make this part dark also, because it is curled around there. All right, I'm gonna curve this way with my dark. I'm not gonna get as dark on this side. I'm gonna let this side be a little bit darker than that. Just preference. If you want to make them totally equal, you can do that too. It's just how the light would hit it. Again, I'm going to do a little more here. I'm going to curve the opposite direction now. Come back in here. And the last one, like around this center, is here. And I'm just going to make another curve this way. And fill that in. Now, if at any point you want to pause this, pause it. Don't be, scared of the pause. The pause is to give you time to catch up. I draw really fast, and I know that. so pause if you need it. Okay, so we have this. Now it looks really weird, right? So now we're gonna do each one of these little curls, ribbon curls. And what I do, I work your way around, however you want to do it. I work my way around stuff. So I'm gonna go dark on the outside, which is here, and lighter, lighter, lighter towards the inside. So it's dark out here. Lighter, lighter this way. Same thing on this side. Dark out here. Lighter, lighter, lighter this way. And while I'm here, I'm also going to make it a little bit, close it up a little bit. Okay? So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm just going to make it dark, 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 dark. I'm almost going to make the whole thing dark if I want. You can go crazy. And then I'm just going to go over that line. So I'm going to do it there. I'm going to do it here too. So I was going to go all the way around, but I stopped. I think you'll live. Will you live? I hope so. Okay, so same thing over here as I did this one. So it's dark towards the outside, lighter towards the inside. Dark towards the outside, lighter towards the inside. Okay, and again, clean up that line. Make a nice, pretty line. Okay, next one, same as I did these little, so I'm pressing dark into underneath and then lighter, lighter, lighter as it comes out. Again, if you want to bring out some of those lines, you can. And I'm going to do the same thing. These are all really pretty similar. So if you want to add more than one highlight, you can. So what I mean by that is if you want to do that and like break it up, you can do that too. That looks cool. Again, go around my lines, cleaning them up. Okay, and then this one, same thing, dark towards here. If you want to add highlights to these little guys in the back, go ahead and add them. Again, here, dark, dark. I'll make a double shadow on this, double highlight actually, on this one too. Clean up my lines. Uh-oh. You're like, oh, I cleaned that up. And I'm going to keep moving around. Now it's starting to look like a bow, right? It's kind of magical. It's magic, but not really. But drawing is magic, right? Okay, then up here, I'm going to do it slightly lighter than the one down here. So I'm going to still start on the outsides darker, but I'm going to get lighter. I'm going to make a little dark spot on there. Lighter, lighter, darker, darker, darker. Alright, we're almost done. Well, this part anyway. That. Now we're going to do over here. Dark. Dark towards the outsides. Light towards the middle. Clean up your lines. I know, this is really entertaining. It is for me in some weird way. But I like it better when I work with my kids. They're more fun. They make me enjoy the experience more. All right, and then we're gonna work out this way. Same thing, darker towards the outside, lighter towards that middle, darker towards the outside, lighter towards that middle. And then close it up. Same thing over here, darker towards here, darker towards the outside. This one get a little bit dark. I like the darks. Then close it up like that. And I'm just going to go around and clean up anything before I get to that center. Now that center, you want to give yourself, it's dark. We've been doing dark on the outsides. It's the same, just kind of flipped. So this is darker this way. Now this is This is the center, so you actually want to make it lighter than any other spot. I'm going to make one kind of little line right there, and then I'm going to flip it. If you notice the way I'm shading like this, back and forth like this, like a U. This way, I'm going to shade that way. I'm flipping my shading. And I get darker towards I get to the edge, but I'm not going to get too dark because I want this center part to be popped the highest. And again, futz with it, like play with it, make it feel right to you. So it feels like it's popping. That might mean making darker shadows underneath here. And then, of course, look away. Get perspective. Walk away from your drawing, or at least, you know, look at something else for a minute before you really push out further. Which is what I'm doing, sort of, on fast forward. All right, I like it. So now I'm going to think about the color. Color! Okay, for this one I'm going to do blue. You could do red, you could do green, you could do any color you want in the whole rainbow. You could do rainbow. That would be pretty nice. I'd love to see that. So if you do that, show me. And then what you're doing, because you did all the hard work, you did all the shading underneath, is you're just essentially coloring on top. Yes, I do play with this a little bit. I do, you know, kind of fix areas I don't think I like. But all I'm doing is I'm putting this on top. Now, you have to remember to stop in the highlights. So don't just go or say what you want to do is cracking myself up is just go over the darker areas, and then you can even go over in the darker areas inside those blacks to make them, it makes them shinier. The harder you press down on something, the more saturated it is and the shinier it can look. So don't be afraid to press down. You might break a pencil tip. That is true. But you can always sharpen your pencil. So don't be scared of pressing down hard and getting that super saturated color. All right, so that's it. It's also what I gave, which is on here. If you want to take it further, you could always take purple. I have a love of purple for this. I won't wear purple, but I like it for drawing. But if you wanted to make it look like it was sitting on the page, you could shade like really quickly, throw in a little bit of purple into the shadow. If you want to expand and make ribbons coming down from here, of course you could. I really like this one because it looks so complicated and really, it's a bunch of cones in a star shape. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I certainly did. This is a fun one for me because it's something new for me too. And I will see you guys next time. Remember, just keep drawing.